the issue of jobs and competitiveness, and whenever we talk about a whole range of issues, everybody comes back to the importance of jobs and economic growth. So where are we right now in the U.S.? The Center for Labor Market Studies says that the employment rates for 16 to 19-year-old youth and 20 to 24-year-old young adults is now at a post-World War II low. And the employment for young adults and youth between 2007 and 2009 went down 25% for teens, 11% for young adults. So we've got pretty much of a crisis in terms of employment, and a large amount of it comes down to lack of educational preparation and lack of skills. In the United States right now, across 50 states, only 25% of the students who begin a 2-year community college program complete it. In a city like Chicago, Chicago City Colleges, that has 7 colleges with 2 campuses each, that's 14 schools, their completion rate is 7%. So the dropout rate is 93%. So, and what do we know about somebody who goes into the labor force only with a high school diploma? We know that they're likely to max out at about $15 an hour if they're lucky, and will not even come close to earning a middle-class wage. We also know that over the next 10 years, 14 million new jobs will be added into the U.S. labor force for students who have middle job skills. We also know that in a 5-year period, there'll be 4.7 million jobs that will be created for students who need a post-secondary education. So when you put all the numbers together, and data is important, I do work for a company called IBM, when you look at the data, it certainly spells crisis in terms of preparation. To give a little bit more color to it, here in New York City, we picked one community college, not that far from here, Queensborough Community College, and we looked at their entry-level freshman class. And if a student enrolled with a high school diploma, taking 2 remedial classes, and one of them was math, 99% of those students dropped out before the end of the first semester. 60% of them dropped out within 6 weeks. So what that tells you is there's lack of preparation. So students with a high school diploma are not necessarily college ready. We have large numbers of students who have a high school diploma who don't complete college, and they're not going to be able to take the jobs that are available now and are likely to be available. Right now, we at IBM have 1,800 vacancies for students who have associate's degrees in applied sciences or computer science, and we are having a very, very hard time finding people to fill those jobs. Computer science is an academic discipline that was created at the IBM company back in the 1950s and 1960s. So we're in a crisis, and it's not about IT, it's not about computer jobs, it's not only about STEM jobs, it's about skills. Now, the apprenticeship model in Germany is important because it's all about integrating the workplace into school and making a clear path from school to career. We at IBM looked at the German apprenticeship model, and we created a program called PTech. It's a grade 9 through 14 school. The first one opened here in New York City in Crown Heights in Brooklyn. And President Obama talked about it in the State of the Union address, and he just visited the school about 2 weeks ago and suggested that every student in the United States ought to have an opportunity to be exposed to an integrated 6-year program where they can at least get an associate's degree and a clear path to either career or higher education. And that's the goal. If we are able to get significantly larger number of students an associate's degree and a clear path to a bachelor's or master's degree and a clear path to employment, we go a long way towards addressing the United States economic problem.